What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the red color, playing as Gaia, my arch nemesis. Kind of. His name is Kvoth. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Matreiuss. We've got a fireworks game for you here, ladies and gentlemen. Matreiuss going in with his tried and true Poseidon against arguably the best Gaia player currently playing, in my opinion, showing a lot of the current population that Gaia, maybe not the worst god, maybe not even the second worst god, possibly even one of the more strong gods. For sure, one of the stronger gods against the strong gods, if that makes any sense at all. But the map is Painted Desert. We've got a beautiful starting spawn for both players. Having the double zebra, double rhinoceros here means that the Gaia player can do a lot of different openings. You don't necessarily have to put everything onto food straight away like Kvoth's done here. You could start one on wood, then jump onto the zebra. You could go one food, one wood. You could go for a 4-minute advance time as well. Utilizing the gold mine with hunting dogs here is going to work as well, even with the rhinoceros, because you can build up your citizen on the food first and then be able to kill those rhinoceros without having to deal with that too much. Matreiuss, on the other hand, here did decide to eat his rhino first, which is a little bit confusing. I feel like eating the zebra makes a lot more sense. You kill them off with the 3 villagers in one shot. They're going to die right next to the granary. You don't have to spend all that early game shooting the rhino down. You can go onto your wood and gold nice and early and make your way forward like that. And that could be a thing here. But Matreiuss here is on the wood over here in a very, very precarious position. We can talk a little bit about why that is later. But he's gone 2 villages wood, 2 villages gold. So this is the fast advance time, which Greek players are trying to do. Now, actually, no, he's going 3 villages on wood. So it's more like a 4:30 for Matreiuss. He wants a double granary in the early game. But the reason why I am saying that this is a slightly precarious wood position is because it's really far away from the sentry tower, really far away from a garrison location. The first thing I think about when I place my storehouses on both the gold and on the wood is there a way in which I can make it so that my villages can be safe from attack? So if I put my storehouse here instead, yes, it's easier for my opponent to come in and harass, but it's faster for my villagers to get to the sentry tower. Whereas, yes, this might be a little bit easier to defend from, but if your opponent scouts this out, they're going to swing around here, they're going to come through this location, and they're going to raid you, and you're possibly going to lose villagers on this side most of the time here. So a little bit precarious position there from Matreiuss. We'll see if Kvoth notices that as a weakness and works it out. Matreiuss just about to advance here. He's going for that slightly faster advance time with a Theseus here. So he wants the Theseus out nice and early to go pressure some of what Kvoth's got. Now, Kvoth here is looking like he is going for a 5-minute and a bit advance time. No, he's not. He's just a little bit delayed on his advance. Not sure exactly why that is, but he is up through Leto. Now, Leto is a god that's had a lot of buffs in the past to try and make Prometheus less dominating for the Atlantean pick. End of the day, even after all the buffs, Leto probably still not going to be picked much, even if you are Kronos. And Leto clearly going to be the pick over Oceanus most of the time here. The reason being that the spider eggs have 12 potential kills on enemy units, which racks up the value significantly, as we do see that Theseus wandering in onto this position as the mana is coming in, the hero oracle coming through. This is something I've talked about that I think is a very, very big reason why the early Theseus is actually not that good. You pay for the oracle hero, the Theseus has to run away, you don't get any value. The oracle hero can pick up relics, can be useful or whatever. Matreiuss hits the classical age there through Hermes, as Kvoth now is in the classical age himself. The question being now, does Kvoth throw up buildings or not? He is going through the buildings. Let's check out his economic upgrades. Already has channels, already has hand axe, already has pickaxe, already has hunting dogs. Gaia gets those cheap upgrades, and we're probably going to see Kvoth utilizing that cheap upgrades here off of one base to get an economic advantage in this game, as he's throwing down both the counter barracks and the military barracks. Matreiuss, on the other hand, he's looking like this is a very, very, very weird start here from Matreiuss. Double archery range, stable here. This is going to allow those Terma, which normally wouldn't have any value in this matchup, to be created and get value. So they're going to be able to take down these Toxotes. I'm confused as to why Matreiuss is going this. He can get himself Hoplite, Hippocon, and push forward here against this army completely fine, as we are seeing the Hippolyta coming in, going to start sniping down these automatons that have been produced here from Kvoth. If he can get those automatons away, he can heal them back up, no problems. A couple more bits of damage coming through as the centaur for Matreiuss is making his way in. Got a couple more units in here. Wouldn't be surprised to see a hero or two being made as he's utilizing this mana to garrison in. The hero Oracle does get taken down there as one of those automatons coming through. If we check out what's going on over here off screen, you can see that one of those automatons has been healed up. Now, if he wants to get this back, he has to commit to a fight here. So effectively, Matreiuss needs to stay in here and make sure said automaton disappears into the ground, otherwise he can get that one back. So we are going to be seeing Kvoth moving back in onto this position. He's going to see those Toxotes and go, look, better start harassing them. One hero Terma here is going to be enough to take this down, as we see this final automaton here could be able to get these all back all these automatons back that have been taken down. Do have to be careful about these spider eggs here. Nice micro there from Matreiuss to avoid that, but now the Terma are slowly but surely going to be taking down those Toxotes on the back that are doing a lot of damage there onto those Murmillo here, as all the automatons seemingly have been taken out. The centaur here has been picked off as well. Random stray villagers coming forward here for Matreiuss. Bit of a mistake there, as Kvoth is going to be punishing this early aggression quite handedly now with his Terma chasing the Toxotes away, dealing a little chip damage to all of them, but he will probably pick off the majority of those, as the Terma do have that 5.0 speed. Do have to get kind of close here, otherwise the Terma are going to be missing quite a bit, but Matreiuss retreating away. And the Terma are going to be able to kill these off very quickly by microing this one nicely. But while that's happening, all of those Murmillo was sniped down. So maybe Matreiuss low-key smart here, making his Toxotes in this matchup, because he just managed to deal with all of those Murmillo that are normally a bit of a problem here. And he was pulling back and is going to be defending his hunt. There's not a whole lot of hunt left on this location, though there will always be a lot of hunt in the middle of the map. It is well worth fighting for it, especially for those elephants in the middle, as we do see a kind of hidden, I would say, kind of hidden spider leg get thrown down there by Kvoth, and Matreiuss might unfortunately... Oh, no, Matreiuss sees that. This is a cheeky maneuver here from Matreiuss. You can actually delete the spider eggs if you know where they are, but he does miss them there. You can delete the spider eggs if you build a building on top of it. This is why we see all the time the spider lair getting built on top of Gaia Lush to make sure that it doesn't get taken out there. But in this case here, all 4 of those eggs are still there. And we do see one of those Hippocon getting sniped down, so finally getting some value out of that. God powers, we're going to see the stable get thrown down here to delete the other one for free. And there he goes, deleting that, and still looking for more spider eggs here with that one villager. He doesn't have to finish the stable, he just has to start it, and that gets rid of them. So a little bit sneaky here from Matreiuss, but Kvoth's army here is looking very, very menacing against this Poseidon army here. The Term are going to be doing a whole bunch of damage. The Murmillo going to town here. The best attempted micro from Matreiuss to deal with those Murmillo, but there are so many Terma left over in this fight that maybe it doesn't even matter that there are Hippocon here to clean them up, as Kvoth is continually microing this, and we do have to see Matreiuss casting Ceasefire here as his villagers move over here onto the elephant, going to be eating them up as best as possible. Oh, one villager might be falling in. Not going to fall. 3 HP remaining. Kvoth might see that in the future. Let's check out Kvoth's economic upgrades here. Has he decided to get anything? No, he hasn't. Just husbandry. But he's going to be getting himself a second town center here. 2 villagers, 2 citizen, on this. Equivalent to bringing 6 citizen over here. He's got the mana. He's still got 2 spider eggs remaining here as well to kind of defend this, and he could also throw down a Gaia Forest or something to make it a little bit more difficult to raid that one. We see the Hippocon moving around now for Matreiuss, going to be looking for something to attack. Kvoth in his base right now, moving his citizen back in onto the goats, still producing units, just making those Terma here a little bit short on the food. Very natural in this position. He does have a couple of hyena over here that he's not going to be going to. Already going to be mining on this gold mine. I really like this play from Kvoth and from anybody who does it, like Matreiuss is kind of doing it already, where you move on to your second gold mine kind of preemptively so that you get a little bit more economy there. So we do see that villager that was kind of killed by the elephant get sniped off as some units moving in onto this position. The Terma getting sniped down by 2 Hippocons here, as we are seeing the Hippocons rotating in from the back here as Matreiuss taking a very, very nice fight in this position as the villagers get pulled off the elephant there, trying to hit those Terma. The Terma going to be retreating away. We do see Matreiuss attempting to surround the Terma over here. Smack, smack, smack. Going to get a whole bunch of damage there, but they will mostly get away. The difference here between Gaia and Uranus in this position would be Uranus would be able to get away without taking any damage, whereas Gaia takes a little bit of damage there, being 0.5 speed behind. One final usage of the spider lair remains here for Kvoth, and I would assume he would try and hold on to this Gaia Forest for Tartarian Gate in this matchup. Tartarian Gate plus Gaia Forest is one of those little known god power combinations which is incredibly strong. You click your Tartarian Gate next to a forest, you click Gaia Forest on top of it, and then the villages that normally would be used, as we do see that spider egg does get thrown down there. He's going to be able to pick off one, but that's it. But that Tartarian Gate that you would normally be able to take down with villagers is no longer able to be targeted by villagers because it's surrounded by forest. Therefore, the Tartarian spawns very, very strong. See this villager coming in, going to attempt to throw a building up here to kill off those spider eggs, but not going to be able to do so. One spider egg does come in, picks off a unit here. The lone automaton for Kvoth the automatons for Kvoth are going to start coming through here as well. Kvoth does also have Volcanic Forge, which is going to give the pierce vulnerability increase to the Terma up to 43%, meaning that the Hippolyta Toxotes is going to be doing basically no damage to them. And now we're starting to see Catapultes coming through to deal with those Hippocon. Once Catapultes start coming through, you 110% need to be making hoplites here, as Kvoth is controlling this fight incredibly well, sniping off all the Toxotes, trying to bring those Hippocon into the final spider lair there, but not actually able to do so. And now Matreiuss has to pull back. But the thing is right now, farms are going to be coming out for Kvoth. And guess what? He's going to be getting himself irrigation. He's going to be getting himself flood control. He doesn't even need this hunt that Matreiuss has grabbed in the middle of the map, because he's going to be straight up onto flood control farms. Those farms are going to be getting him food at a relative... It's not as fast as food... it's not as fast as hunt, but because the citizen don't have to walk across the map, you do kind of get close enough to the hunt gather rate that it is completely perfectly fine for that kind of a trade here. As we also see these villagers attempt to get onto this giraffe, and Matreiuss throwing any sort of possibility for his economy to keep up in this game out the window, as now he's just about finished up on those sheep there. Matreiuss going through to the heroic age through Aphrodite, 71 population there in the bank. Kvoth, on the other hand, very high on the wood, very high on the gold, very high on the food, very high on the population as well, as he's going to have to come over here and defend this raid, but he is here with the Catapulti, so it's a little bit scary for those Hippocon, as the village is going to be coming back onto this gold. Going to be saving up to be spending that on potentially, as you don't see immediate flood control here. A bit confused about that. Maybe he's just forgot about it, but going to be saving up for dryads, I would assume. But then again, we might see Rhea here against the Poseidon. The idea of Rhea would be to use Trader on Chimera or Nemean Lion and really shut down timings that are possible there. And then by the time the mass comes out, you've got enough resources to be making hero units and the like, as we do see some Toxotes getting sniped down. Aphrodite coming through for Matreiuss. He's going to have to cast that immediately here, but his army of Toxotes just are not it to counter the Terma army that Kvoth has mustered in this game. The villagers coming forward to try and snipe these guys off, but the javelins coming through to take out these villagers very, very fast. past are definitely going to be an issue. But now the Nemean line comes in, a second Nemean line, or sorry, not a second Nemean line, just automatons coming through for Kvoth as I hear the myth units spawn. But one Nemean line coming in, going to be enough to push these guys back, as well as the Hippocon coming back to help out. Matreiuss at 66 of 115 population here. He is going to be not actually making any more units. I'm not sure exactly what he's spending his resources on here. No market up, but he might be considering just jumping straight to the Mythic Age as the only real shot that he has here. As Kvoth gets through to the Heroic Age himself through Thea, he's going to have a ton of resources in the bank, getting himself Shaft Mine as well. He does have himself Flood Control. He must have already got that before I checked it out. So Kvoth's economy, absolutely gigantic now, and he's going to be able to now transition into heavy units, into potentially double palace, making some of those destroyers out that we do love to see for the Atlanteans. Maybe Arcus as well could start coming through. He hasn't thrown down his Hesperid's tree just yet. The 4 or 5 automaton that are out, 6 automaton here, deal so much damage to the Nemean line. If you check out their bonus damage versus myth units, it is at 200%. So it's no bigger than, well, it's actually double the damage that a Nemean lion does to myth units. But generally speaking, myth units do have that bonus damage against myth units, and automatons are very, very good where that is concerned. As you do see the Hesperid's tree on top of this town center in the front, going to be starting to spam out those Nemean lions. Matreiuss here still is now building some units, still not able to advance, still no upgrades. We do see the term coming in onto this gold mine, sniping down a whole bunch of villages here as the Stymphalian bird flying a high above manages to snipe one of those Nemean lions as the palace just about to come up for Kvoth, and Kvoth will be throwing up his 3rd town center right now. Going to be having a huge advantage population wise as the palace here on the front going to be securing another gold mine. Matreiuss is on this position here with a gold mine, but he doesn't have it secured. He doesn't have a fortress down. He is going to be throwing said fortress down, but look at the score difference right now. It's over 1,000 at this point, as the advantage is so huge for Kvoth. But you know how Atlantean works. If Matreiuss can hold on here and get back into the game, normally he would be able to win this, but this is Gaia. Gaia is a little bit different to Uranus, a little bit different to Cronus. Gaia's late game is arguably as strong as the other civilizations because of channel. Because of channel, it means that Gaia needs 20% less llama caravans than Uranus and Cronus, meaning that Gaia gets that little bit extra population that she needs to produce military and everything else. Then on top of that, she also gets cheaper heroes, so her hero citizen are cheaper, which means she can spam buildings up and abuse that Gaia Lush in the late game very, very well, as we are seeing some military buildings coming down onto this settlement as well here. I like to see that there from Kvoth, going to be blocking this town center and making life very difficult for Matreiuss, but the Hippocon and militia do spot this very low HP citizen as well. But the barracks gets up. That means have to deal with that barracks. And Kvoth going to be trying to push forward here with the Petropolis, with the fortress here. The palace, a little bit less strong than the Matreiuss's fortress by about 3 damage or 9 damage per second, given the 3 arrows. But Kvoth can definitely continue to fight here as much as he likes. He does decide to go through Atlas here, so not going for the Tartarian Gate. Atlas is a very, very strong pick here for Gaia as well, not available to Uranus, giving you access to Implode, which is like a timing push usage, giving you access to stronger buildings, and everything else can be incredibly, incredibly big. As these units trying to push through as best as they can. Kvoth is 145 population. Matreiuss here is at 70 population with very little resource, very little population in the bank. The implode coming down right onto those villages, and in that moment, Matreiuss decides to tap out. He gets his town center up, he has his fortress up, he's got his market up, but all these villages will go idle here. He's going to lose somewhere in the vicinity of 8 villages to the implode, plus a whole bunch of his units are going to be falling here. The fortress is going to take a whole bunch of damage. He is going to get gold star. This town center will go the wayside of Kvoth as well. The economy is absolutely booming here. If you compare the upgrades for Matreiuss to Kvoth, Matreiuss hasn't even got plow. He hasn't got farms. He hasn't got a hope here to get that economy in order. Kvoth, on the other hand, here, if we check out what's going on for him, he's got himself flood control. He's got himself bow saw. He's got himself shaft mine. He's not getting those extra upgrades just yet, but his economy is absolutely gigantic. Wouldn't be surprised to see a market coming up really soon and that trade starting to boom out. But nice play here from Kvoth. I would like to see Matreiuss not go for Toxodia against Atlantean ever again, even if it is Kronos slash Gaia, where the Terma are slightly less strong, just on the fact that the building Terma, it really plays into like Gaia's strengths in that Gaia gets more wood because of Gaia Forest. Making those Toxodies encourages Terma to be built, meaning that you are encouraging Gaia to play towards her strengths. You want to take Gaia away from her strengths if possible. Not always possible, but if possible. I think maybe here Matreiuss thought that the food situation wasn't that good, but honestly, if you can build Hoplite, Hippocon, you can take control of these middle locations nicely. The other thing that maybe Matreiuss was thinking is trying to play around Spiderleg. Given he's making those Toxodies, he doesn't have to move his units in to fight against those eggs and try and micro around them as much, but it just doesn't quite work out for him here in this game. If you like this game and you like the Gaia content, subscribe to Kvoth. No, he doesn't have a channel. Consider hitting the subscribe button on YouTube. And I'll see you guys in the next game. Bye.